Hi, I'm Joe McDonald. I'm here in central Pennsylvania at our home, Hoot Hollow, and I'm photographing Hepatica, which is one of the first spring flowers here in central Pennsylvania. Rather than using a macro lens where I would probably only be getting probably just one flower in the frame, I'm using right now a 12 to 100 millimeter, the equivalent of 24 to 200. And you can see my working distance here is quite close. So I'll have a relatively large image size in the foreground, and then it'll eventually fall off. But I'll also have habitat that will be visible in the background, really giving this a sense of place. I'm using 1/80th of a second at f14, but more importantly, with the OM1, I'm also using focus stacking. So with the focus stacking, I've focused about the first flower here, and I'll have, with 15 shots, a series of shots that will go back and then composite it into a JPEG that will have incredible depth of field. Let's do one. It's processing. And there's the shot. And if I go to review, you'll see that there's several shots that were involved, 15 in total. But with that then, I have incredible depth of field and a pretty interesting picture. Let's go back. There we go. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do is shoot the flowers with the 90 millimeter macro lens. I'm being a little lazy because I'm using flash, so I really don't need to use a tripod. But in order to get this braced correctly, I'm in a kind of a contorted position, as you can see, so that I have something of a sense of place here. And I'll try one more. Okay, that's what I wanted to get. And the big challenge here was not destroying my other flowers as I'm photographing my subject, and that's a really important thing to do. I've seen people who just have crushed everything around them for the sake of the photo they were doing. Don't do that. Okay, here's the things that I was using for this shoot. I was using a Really Right Stuff little ground pod, and it has a quick release plate to it, or a quick release clamp to it, so that I can attach my camera. And here's the 12 to 100, which I started the video with the camera on it. And then lastly, I was just hand holding the 90 millimeter macro. I'm using a TTL flash, an Olympus flash, and then this AK Diffuser, which softened the light and didn't give it a flash look. And that's it.